Good morning, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. Today is July 21st, 2024. We are at the full buck moon right now. Right now, we're at the full buck moon. This is Israel, 7:21, 4 p.m. This is Israel time. Right now, we are at full buck moon in Sagittarius, and I was looking at what is happening right now, where we are, and as I looked at this moon, I realized it's going to be entering into Capricorn in the next hours. So I looked up the word goat, and the connection is also made to Capricorn. The goat, a male goat, is also known as a buck. Okay, so we have been brought to this time. There is no doubt, brothers and sisters, we have been brought to this time. This is a very critical time. The information that we have received over the last days has been incredible. The biblical revelation of the moon standing still in the valley of the deer, in the valley of the goat, or in the valley of the buck, the full buck moon, and the information about the moon standing still in the where the arrows are, the Sagittarius, the full buck moon. The moon standing still in Sagittarius, in Habakkuk chapter 3, those two biblical revelations were just amazing, unbelievable. I mean, there's only two times. I don't know if there's another time where it talks about the moon standing still. If you guys want to investigate that, and I can investigate that more also, but we found two references of the moon standing still connected to deer, connected to buck, the full buck moon. This is a very critical time. Okay, and we have been brought to this time, and the connection is to the buck. Everything has been about the buck. Okay, now, so this is my suggestion to you. This is my suggestion. Okay, this is the moon now in Israel. Okay, I just did this shot. So right now at 8 a.m. In Yucatan, Mexico, I think we're on Mountain Time. I think we're on Mountain Time, or maybe we're on Central Time. I'm not sure. I can't remember how we do the daylight savings time. But anyway, I'm in Yucatan, Mexico. It's 8 a.m. It's almost 5 p.m. in Israel. Okay. Now, if you go forward just 18 hours, listen, this is only 18 hours from now. We're only 18 hours away from the moon traveling out of Sagittarius into Capricorn, okay? And in 18 hours, it's going to be in this location. And this is the end of the goat portion of Capricorn. Once it crosses here, then it goes into the fish portion of Capricorn. Okay? And so this to me seems like a very critical time. Capricorn is known as the goat. A goat is also known as a buck. Full buck moon over the next hours will be moving into Capricorn, the goat. The goat represents the Antichrist. Okay? When the Son of Man comes, he will separate the nations from the sheep and the goat, right? The sheep and the goat. The sheep on his right, and the goats on his left. Okay? The goat represents the Antichrist. A male goat is also known as a buck. Okay? This is still in the timing of the full moon. All right? So we have not changed anything. Okay, we're watching the full buck moon. We're not talking about 2 or 3 days away. We're still talking about within the next 24 hours, 18 hours from now. Okay, I went and did the time from 5 p.m., let's just say 5 p.m. Israel to 11 a.m. Israel time tomorrow morning. Over the next 18 hours, okay, the moon is going to be transferring from Sagittarius into Capricorn. And so this is the information. The moon is now in Israel, in between Sagittarius and Capricorn. We're still at the full moon right now. Over the next 18 hours, the moon is going to be transferring from Sagittarius into Capricorn, and it will hit this line in the next 18 hours. A male goat is known as a buck. Full buck moon over the next hours will be moving into Capricorn, the goat. The goat represents the Antichrist. So I highly suggest we all pay very close attention over the next 18 hours, as we're at the most critical time ever. Now, if you have not noticed, the Houthis out of Yemen hit Israel in Tel Aviv, and over the last hours, Israel has now started hitting Yemen. There's a huge new development in the Middle East, a huge new development in Israel. Right now, Yemen is connected to Iran, and this could escalate very quickly. We do not know. We never know. All we have to do is watch and understand we're at a very critical time, and there's a major escalation happening, and we just have to continue watching. That's all I can say. Okay? I want to go home as much as anybody else, but we have to be wise as serpents and innocent as doves. Okay? So we have to just remain vigilant. We have to stay at our post. This is my job. And so this is my suggestion to you. I highly suggest we all pay very close attention over the next 18 hours, as we are at the most critical time ever. We're still at the most critical time ever. Okay? And so this is my suggestion to everybody, and this is my word of update for you guys. Thank you for your prayers, and we have to continue to seek the Lord for wisdom and understanding. And I went to the Lord this morning and said, Lord, what's going on? What do we have to see here? What do we need to know? And this came to me that we're right here, and this is the representation of the Antichrist, and we're at the full buck moon, and this is just, I think this is part of everything else, okay? I think this is part of everything else, and this is not a grasping at straws and trying to make excuses for what has not happened yet. We don't know exactly the moment, but we have to watch, okay? And this is my job as a watchman. This is my job as a trumpet for God's people, as He's called me to be a trumpet for His people. Okay, and so this is my suggestion to everyone. I pray you guys are blessed. This is Steve Fletcher, the trumpet for my people, the sign of His coming revealed.